Hey, what's up guys? Frito the Wanderer coming at you today. We're gonna be hitting Felicity, California, like you can see from back there behind me. So this is a place that was designated as the center of the world, and so today we're gonna come at you with a lot of background, a lot of information to try to see why. Why is it the center of the world? Is it just some simple roadside attraction, or is there something else to it? There's a lot of traffic here, by the way. It's about 100 degrees right now, so hopefully the camera holds up. But anyways, just want to say welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. Otherwise, we're gonna head over down off Sidewinder Road, hit Felicity, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. All right, you guys. All right, so you can see right there, there's like a church at the top of the hill, and we're gonna get into all that. I think you can kind of see the pyramid over there. We're gonna cross the tracks, the mountains here in the background, but Felicity, California has a population of about 280 people, and it's about maybe 5, 6, 7 miles right outside of Yuma, Arizona, but technically this is California here, so just wanted to come by and check out this landmark here real quick. Alright guys, so it says site of Camp Pilot Knob. Camp Pilot Knob was a unit of the Desert Training Center established by General George S. Patton Jr. to prepare American troops for battle during World War II. It was the largest military training ground ever to exist. At the peak of activity here at Pilot Knob, June through December 1943, the 85th Infantry Division and the 36th and 44th Reconnaissance Squadrons of the 8th Mechanized Cavalry trained for roles in the liberation of Europe through 1944 and 45. So I guess this is where they were training for World War II. As you can see out here, it's pretty desolate. I mean, there's a lot of mountains, and that's where we're headed. But California Highway Patrol Station's right there. And then on the other side too, I think they used to do some granite mining back there years, decades ago. But anyway, just want to stop and check that out real quick, guys. Hey guys, so the desert around Felicity was once a massive war machine. So that map you see above is an 18,000 square mile map across Southern California, Arizona, and Nevada. More than 1 million soldiers eventually trained there in that entire area. And so the U.S. Army created this Desert Training Center, a gigantic military zone covering that entire area. And these are going to be images of this area here in Southern California and along the Arizona border, and some other areas throughout Arizona, like Gilbert, you'll see coming up. In Gilbert, Arizona, there's going to be some airfields. So the next image you're going to see right now is the Pilot Knob Hotel, and that was actually located here in Yuma, Arizona. You'll see it says Laguna Dam Celebration there at the bottom. So these are just images from back then when everybody was here training. As you see these soldiers here, supposedly they did on their first day there a 21-mile hike. So basically they chose this area because of the extreme heat and the terrain closely resembled Africa, where Germany had their Africa Corps. And they knew they were going to have to get in there and fight. So I just kind of wanted to show this to you guys, give you guys a brief history on what we have here in our area. Alright, and there it is. This is the center of the world in Felicity, California. There's a staircase there, church up on top of the hill. So we'll check this out here in a second. Center of the World Plaza, Felicity, California. $10 per person. We'll drive in. It should be open today. I looked online, so we'll check this out. See if they even let us film in here. I don't see why not. You know, there's a lot of rumors that I'll go over that I heard growing up, and that some locals here were talking about as well. And so we'll see. So there it is. Center of the world. There's the church there. A lot of stuff etched in granite apparently, so we'll go check that out. There's a lot, so we might have to just walk through it and then point out some, if I see anything that looks like really important, or just a quick clip. But here's the museum. There's the staircase. So this is Interstate 8. That is the east and westbound. There's the sand dunes in the background. And then if you head westbound that way, it'll take you all the way up through California, San Diego, headed up San Francisco, that kind of thing. And then my hometown, obviously, which is all Central California, about maybe another 45 minutes west of here. There's the train in the background. Actually don't know where you're gonna go in, but it's $10 per person, so apparently that's a sundial. We'll check that out. This is like an arm. Oh, here's the pyramid. This is supposed to be, oh yeah, look, it is a sundial. The arm pointing north. Trip out, huh? I'm sure there's some significance to that. Light pointing this way. It says the gnomon of the sundial points to the church on the hill at Felicity. Well, there you go. This three-dimensional bronze sculpture is the arm of God, from the creation painted by Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel, Rome, Italy. A replica in granite of the painting is engraved on the first of the 8 History of Humanity monuments here at Felicity. Sundial times vary from clock time. The correct local time of this sundial is set at noon on Christmas Day. Cool. I guess it has to do with like the winter solstice, that kind of thing maybe. There's the pyramid, there's a museum. So a gentleman by the name of Jacques Istel, Jacques-Andre Istel, is somebody who obviously is French. And he's the one that basically created all of this back in the 80s. And so apparently he's the one that made skydiving and parachuting here in the United States popular, and he even built a company around that, and a huge corporation from it. He had a lot of investments and stuff back in France before he came out here, and that's why there's rumors of this being tied to the Rothschilds as well, or some family of European banking from way back in the day. And United States Post Office, Felicity, California. Anyways, and so the story is that he named Felicity after his wife Felicia. And he moved out here, sold everything he had, moved out here, and actually the Imperial County Board of Supervisors and the government of France recognize this as the center of the world. And I got some more background to that, and I'll tell you here in a second. So there's the church. Looks like it's got some like it's tied off, like yellow tape or something, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get in there today or at all. I don't know if this place is closed, but apparently you stand inside of this glass and granite pyramid and you're at the center of the official center of the world. See him there. Oh yeah, you can see through it a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see through it. So the one thing that I found online, and I'm gonna throw some stuff in here to kind of explain it. through my research, I found that there was something that goes way back, ancient times. It's something they called ley lines. And what I found out through my research is that, so ley lines, we'll get into that. I'm going to throw something in here to explain that in detail. So what are ley lines, right? Well, this handsome gentleman you see here, his name is Alfred Watkins. He was born January 27th, 1855 in Hereford, United Kingdom, and also passed away in the same location on April 15th, 1935. So in 1921, Alfred Watkins came up with this idea. While studying maps of the English countryside, Watkins noticed a grid of ruler straight lines that connected various ancient mounds, stone circles, and churches. He theorized that prehistoric civilizations deliberately constructed these linear pathways to help them navigate across wild, overgrown landscapes. So he called them leys or ley lines after the Old English Anglo-Saxon word ley, which means a clearing in the woods. So in theory, they were lines that directly connected, let's say, the Egyptian pyramids to Machu Picchu to Stonehenge, that kind of thing, right? Created these navigation routes. The map you see here is one of the North American region, right? And if you see the very bottom where it shows, the bottom left corner where it shows San Diego and the border with Mexico, that's where Yuma, Arizona and Felicity, California is. So in theory, that's a very highly esoteric location where electromagnetic lines and these ley lines cross. So in theory, some people believe it's mysticism, earth energy, spiritual. A lot of people would say it's paganism. You guys can tell me in the comments down below what you think. But if this is connected to the Rothschild family, I know they're very cultish and they have a lot of history of doing weird things on their properties, such as pyramids just like this one. You can see my phone.
Door remote access.
Well, nothing's open. Let's try calling these guys to see if they would open up, but maybe we'll just walk around, do our own little tour. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in the museum or this pyramid. It should be kind of cool to stand in the center of the world with apparently only Imperial County and France recognize that, but this is supposed to go far deeper than just a roadside attraction, you know. Even the church here with the blue door is supposed to have some significance, and I'm gonna look for some stuff. Hopefully put some stuff on here to show you guys what that could be if I can find anything, but I'm trying to tie everything together. So hopefully you watched what if I was able to put some on here about ley lines. So those ley lines, the majority of the ley lines that connect, supposedly these straight lines that connect all the significant historical landmarks around the world, the majority of them pile up right here in this area for some reason. They all meet here, they all intersect here. And I'm guessing that's why this guy decided to name this the center of the world, is my guess. So this is the staircase in the Eiffel Tower. There's Desert Bowling. I guess they used to bowl right here. So it's the Eiffel Tower staircase. It's supposed to be an original staircase from the Eiffel Tower, so apparently when they're doing renovations, we managed to grab one of these and bring it back here, which makes sense, I guess, because the guy's French. Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World Exposition in Paris, France by Gustave Eiffel. Over time, the heavy original iron stairway caused the tower to sway. 500 feet from the second level to the top were removed in 1983, cut in 20 sections and replaced by a lighter staircase. This section, number 12 of the original stairs, was climbed by many of the 100 million visitors to the Eiffel Tower between 1869 and 1983. Purchased in 1989 at the Chateau is Cheverny. Sorry, man. I know I'm totally butchering that. By the founding mayor of Felicity, a reminder of his native city. It was installed in 1990 as an outdoor sculpture. So I know when they recognized this place as the center of the world, basically Jacques-André Itzel became the first mayor, right, of Felicity. And according to the stories that he told over the years, the election involved 3 votes. That was him, Jacques, his wife Felicia, and the invisible dragon code. And we'll get into who that is here in a second, but it's pretty cool. I've never been, so I mean, to get this close to something from the 80s, that's part of it. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. I wish I could get in here and actually walk on it, but I've seen its better days anyways. So they have like apartments here and stuff, so people actually live here. And I know it says 280 people, so I'm guessing it must be like really spread out. Museum of History and Granite. So here's a drone shot of it. historyandgranite.org. So apparently Istel wrote a children's book called Ko, The Good Dragon at the Center of the World. That's kind of one of the strangest stories about this. So apparently this dragon is the one that discovered the center of the world. But he used that children's book that he wrote, presented it to the Imperial County Board of Supervisors, and they officially recognized it and passed the resolution to make this location officially the center of the world. Yeah, it says United States Post Office, but it's closed. Nobody's in there. So it's kind of trippy, man. Like, and when the Imperial County did that, he officially became mayor, and that's when I was saying earlier about the 3 votes. Which in California, I'm not surprised that a dragon voted. We've heard stories and rumors about the votes over here and about stuff that you hear on the news, and who knows what's real and what's not, who's telling the truth or not. But so we're gonna go walk around. I'm not gonna show you all this, obviously it's a lot, but I'll just, if I see anything of any importance or significance, and I'll film it. It's a trip, man. The Korean War Memorial here, and I think what they did basically is they just listed everybody's names on these. So I'm guessing all these are going to be all the wars fought over the years, and then listing everybody who passed, either fighting it or maybe went missing. You know, we had a lot of people who or MIA, right? Missing in action. All heroes, you know. I think the Korean War was one of the ones where it never got any real recognition from the government or the public. Vietnam War, I think, maybe is the one I'm thinking of. But I know there was a couple where these guys came back. There wasn't any like parades or anything. Kind of like if you watch stuff for World War II, it was nuts, you know. Everybody was very appreciative on that war, but you know, a lot of politics and things were involved with the other ones, and unfortunately these guys came back heroes, but weren't treated that way, you know, even by our own government, honestly. But anyways, there's the church. Yeah, so it's basically just it's kind of like a timeline for everything regarding humanity. I guess that's why they said, like, if you look, like, there's a lot here. It's basically covering humanity, the entire existence of humanity. This is just labeling what the history of Arizona was. So 48th, right, became 48th state in the United States. February 14th, 1912. 1910 population was 204,000, and by 2005 it was over 5 million, almost 6 million. Highest point, Humphreys Peak. Lowest point, Colorado River. Wonder of the world, the Grand Canyon, right? One of the 7 wonders of the world, which I still haven't been to, so that's gonna be my next thing. But so walking through here, I'll kind of walk through here as I talk to you guys. So Jacques-André Itzel was born in Paris, France in 1929, later became a French-American entrepreneur, investment banker, and he's also a United States Marine officer. And so, oh man, it goes on and on. I mean, he was an author, historian, one of the most influential figures in modern sport parachuting. So he was labeled as the father of American skydiving, and he made it popular here in the United States. And in also with parachuting, right? So he didn't actually invent the parachute. I think that was like in the 1700s by some other guy. Kind of the same name, actually. It's like André Jacques Gardnerine or something like that. So what Jacques-André did was make it popular. He was a Marine, so hence why the he also became one of the first. He became one of the first members of the HALO, high altitude low opening parachuting, used by Special Operations Forces and also the United States Army Golden Knights. So he was a badass, man. I mean, he was definitely one of the top Special Forces guys, and obviously he loved this country enough to do this. But so this is something that's pretty cool. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. Emma Lazarus, Nation of Immigrants. So coming to America, the 31 million Americans in 1860 saw 25 million immigrants arrive between 1860 and 1920. Many believe that prosperity could be attained by hard work. In the first half of the 19th century, immigrants were mainly English, Irish, German, Scandinavian, and Chinese. Between 1890 and 1914, they were mostly Italians, Greeks, and Romanians, many of them Jewish. So yeah, it just goes on and on about the history of the United States. I just kind of like this part about immigration because we're just, the Mexico border is like right over there, maybe about, I don't know, 200-300 yards maybe. So I thought it just kind of made sense to go over this. It says help wanted, no Irish need apply. That's my background actually. My last name's Moran, it's Irish, and so I remember that they were considered like the scum of the earth when they got here, and they weren't allowed to drink in certain bars. They weren't allowed to eat in certain places. They were made to live in certain areas that were like the worst areas of like New York, Chicago, wherever it was. They decided to call home and work in factories, that kind of thing. But anyways, here's the bell. Oops. So apparently he did everything in granite because he wanted this to last for thousands of years, is why he did this. It's like the Alpha Omega symbols. You know, that's what God is, right? The Alpha and the Omega. History of humanity. So you can see, look, it just goes on and on and on. There's tons of stuff out here, but it's too much to cover all of it. You got to come out here yourself and check it out. History of humanity. No man is an island entire of itself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. Each man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. Therefore, send not to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. John, if I'm saying that right, John Donne? Or Donnie? Donnie? I don't know. Close enough. Magna Carta, the Norman Conquest of England. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. Here's one thing I wanted to see. So I was hoping to go in here, but it's taped off. I'm guessing, I almost want to say maybe this place is closed. I've never been here. I grew up out here my whole life. Alright guys, so my device got hot, which I knew was going to happen. So I'm in the car right now, trying to cool it off. I'm taking a break too. It is kind of hot out here. It did say 113 degrees. before it would overheat, but apparently out here, man, I feel like they tell you one thing, but it's actually another. So I'm actually on my phone right now, just doing a quick video to let you guys know that it overheated on me. So I'm gonna see if I can cool it off and then head back out there. If not, we're gonna have to come back out a different day. So we'll know here. I guess once you guys see the video, I'll figure that out. But I'm hoping I can get back out there right now and just finish up a little bit more and then put this up for you guys. But anyways, just want to give you a quick update. All right, guys. So my device cooled down, so we're back out again. Show you the steps here. Yeah, it's kind of cool with the clouds in the background, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyways. So make our way up here. Fortunately, there's like tape at the very top, so assuming at a certain point we're gonna have to hold off, but there it is. Church at the center of the world. Caution, they don't want you walking up there. I'm guessing you just walk over here. There were 2 footsteps, so. Church on the hill at Felicity. Dedicated on St. Felicity Day, March 7th, 2008. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Monsieur Richard W. O'Keefe, whatever EV means, and Reverend Arthur P. Stanley, chaplain, Her Britannic Majesty's Forces. Wow. It's pretty massive, honestly. Blue doors. If you walk around here, see the trains in the background. It's funny, I got into Adam the Woo last year, a month before he passed, watching the GIV's channel, and he used to love this stuff. He'd always be filming trains and monorails. Here rest in consecrated ground. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Psalm 121. Has a bunch of people's names. Brigadier General William Weiss, USMC 1929 to 2025. Navy Cross, Silver Star, Legion of Merit, 2 Purple Hearts, and 3 Historian Medals. Our founders: Jacques-André Istel, 1929. Felicia Lee Istel, 1934. These are blank. There were some down there that were blank too, so. Oh, you can see. You guys can never see it. I can't see it, but that's what it looks like on the inside. So they really made these windows. I mean, if I was like 6 foot, it would have been no problem. But the fact that I'm 5'10" and shrinking, that was a little much for me. But yeah, it took, I think, 150,000 tons of dirt or something to make this hill, is what I read. 'Cause this isn't natural, obviously it's man-made, so. I mean, man, the view up here is cool. I mean, it's awesome having a church up here. I mean, if this is a church to honor Jesus Christ and our Father, I mean, it's amazing. But it'd be kind of cool to do one of these and put a house on it as well, because you get a good view up here. So those sand dunes you see in the distance, that's all in Mexico. A lot of those big hills over there, those sand dunes, that's Mexico, and then here are the ones on the US side. You know, it's kind of hard to tell with this camera. I ended up getting this DJI because the phone was just a nightmare. History of humanity. Though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. 1 Corinthians 13. King James. I just wanted to show you guys real quick, man. This stuff is like artwork. I mean, it's etched in the granite, and I mean, can you imagine the amount of time? And I mean, this is before the days of laser engravers, you know what I mean? So like this one right here, where's it at? Oh, right here. I mean, in France. Look at that, dude. That is insane. I mean, if it wasn't 100 degrees out here, I'd probably walk around and look at everything, but that's crazy. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. Right here with the troops, paratroopers coming in. Alright guys, well that's the end of today's video. We're here in Felicity. We wanted to check out the center of the world. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love if you guys would leave a comment down below if you have any ideas. I have tons, so once I get my 4x4 truck back, I'm going to start hitting a lot of areas that nobody knows about. Right now we're kind of just hitting the easy ones, so see the center of the world center. I was trying to put as much information as I could in here for you guys, kind of give you a background on everything. That's what I like to do, is kind of like dig and see what can I find, what's true, what's not true. It's all hearsay. I once heard somebody say that history is nothing but a set of lies that everybody agrees. So, who knows? But you know what? I'll be honest, I enjoy doing this. I used to be a laboratory agent and turned to a publisher from beginning night. Just trying to let whoever watches this know we have a lot of stuff out here. Try to bring more tourism around. We do have a lot of snowbirds that come out here, generate a lot of tourism. In any case, like I always say, guys, if it doesn't feel like a blessing, probably a lesson. Please hit like, subscribe. Love to keep making more of these videos and show you guys what we have to offer around here out in the desert Southwest. There's a lot of history out here, and I'm barely, probably not even hit 0.1% of it. So we're gonna keep going, guys. Frito the Wanderer.